Hey, how are you this morning? Mr. Foofy's at it again. Professor Fluff. Okay, I got a representative from Ashley Furniture coming over again today, and hopefully we're going to make some headway. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, then I've got to go pay some bills and fun stuff. But I'm feeling okay. Did not sleep well last night. I guess that's to be expected from 4 cortisone-based shots to my spine yesterday, but apparently it should wear off in a couple days. But it's like I went to bed last night feeling like I had 9 cups of coffee before I laid down. Right. How's it go again? Right. Yeah. But anyways, quick follow-up on last night's video that I posted on my YouTube about a profile in courage. And I re-listened to it this morning and I thought, should I delete this? And the answer was no. That came from your heart, man. And it's the truth, And it is a shame that a man of my caliber has to resort to such measures to have any dating or intimacy because of how, this is the point I'm going to make now, how we've lost, a woman used a term with me recently, our organicness. We're not allowing our lives to have anything that's organic anymore. Maybe in our food or our waters or whatever, but not in our dealings with each other. The serendipitous side of things, a simple twist of fate, Everything happens for a reason, all these other cliches. Everything now has to be choreographed, or as I say, choreographed in triplicate, Nothing can be left to chance. I'm not going to be like my mom and my aunts and my grandmothers. The way I date is going to be much more of a model of efficiency. I'm going to do a credit background. I'm going to do a criminal background. I'm going to learn as much as I can about you before I even agree to have coffee or dinner or a concert or anything like that. So the days of, a woman being in the grocery and I walk by or somebody walks by and sees that she's having trouble reaching something on a top shelf, and me being 6'2", 6'3", I come along and, is this what you wanted? Here. Thank you so much. Oh, hey. Hi, I'm Scott. Hi, I'm Amy. Hey, Amy, how you doing? And you start talking for a few minutes, right? And the next thing you know, it's 10, 15 minutes. And then it's like reality kicks in and you got to get back to your shopping, right? And you're like, hey, Amy, could I get your number and, give you a call because, I don't know, maybe you'll need something off the top shelf here soon and I can help. You want to have dinner or something? I'd love to, She gives you her number, and you give her a call in a timely fashion and, you go out and have dinner and you go from there. No guarantees, but that's how things should be. That's how things still could be. And that's how things clearly used to be. Because that was the only way you did meet people. Was at work or at the gym or at the grocery or at a concert or wherever it was. You had none of this online shit, right? Now let's talk about online shit real fast. When you join these dating sites, and I've been a member past and presently of a few, and I won't bore you with which .coms, www.this.com is not one of them. I made that up. But, when you're in cyberspace, you can be anybody you want. Hey, I'm 6'7", I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana, I'm black, mulatto, I used to play in the NBA and I'm hung to the floor and I do well in the real estate. End of things. Well, until you meet me, that's what you're perceiving me as to be. Okay, well, if you meet someone in real person, in real time, you got to be thinking on your feet. You can't sit back if somebody asks you a question online and to formulate your perfect retort. You got to hit them in real time. Now, see, I grew up in a time where your personality you cultivated so you were quick on your feet. At a job interview, meeting a woman, meeting a man, answering those questions. You didn't have time to sit back and, You couldn't be 6'7" and black if you're a pale white guy who's 6'2". No, you were who you were. So you had to work your personality. Hone your craft. but it was honest. And maybe what you're saying, I'm 8 inches when I'm 6.5, or I made 90,000 last year, I really made 50, little fibs. But who you were and what you look like and what your vibe and your aura is about was right there. Not this Photoshop pictures or these bourgeois stories that we make up about ourselves and the time we can have to formulate our answers, in cyberspace. It's not real. It's an illusion. Actually, it's delusion. So maybe that's why a guy like me has such a hard time now, is because I'm from the pre-technology era where my personality does it for me. And people today are so socially inept, they don't know how to handle it. Men or women, but especially women. They've lost all their people skills. They can't think light on their feet. Hell, most of these women today, and guys too, they can't even do basic math in their head. What's 11 minus 7? 4? Okay, I just wanted to figure out the tip. I'm leaving. Stay with my sobriety. Jesus Christ. Idiots! And I'm not saying when you do all this non-organic online dating, it's going to work out. How many people really think, oh, I met your father online on flirt.com. It started out sexual, but we realized we really dug each other as people, and we got married and created you and your sister. I think not. But we're still divorcing anyway, so deal with it. No. Okay? We have abandoned serendipitous, this woman's term of organic, I like it, fate, karma, whatever. We've thrown it out the window and say this: well, if my cell phone or laptop doesn't green light you, it's a red light, honey. This is where it stops, and I need the time to go look into you. I'm not going to give you my phone number to call or text or agree to coffee or drinks or dinner or a concert. Nothing. We got to go through this chain of command. Okay, and let's say you find something that isn't all that flattering. Well, I'm just going to throw it in the trash. I'm not going to give him or her any opportunity to explain themselves or just not say anything and just, give it a try. Because there might be something here than more than meets the eye. Okay? But we've become so compartmentalized, so entrusting of our technology that we can no longer think on our feet in real time and do things, in an organic manner. In an organic manner, that is, which we did throughout the history of the world up until 20 years ago, maybe 25 years ago. 20 years ago. 1995, let's say. 6 is when it started to kick. And I was in my mid to late 20s then. So, my whole upbringing and my early adulthood, early marriage years and fatherhood years, that was all before any of this shit. I mean, these things are called cell phones, not cell texters. Telephones, not teletexters. Okay? People don't even want to talk on the phone anymore. Trust me, I know. I try to conduct business on different levels. Well, text is best. For you, maybe. This is so high school. We get a lot done quickly if we just, hello, there's my questions, there's your answers. We'll go from there. Not worried about my grammar and punctuation and spelling and spell check and, We're not doing it right. And that's why I'm alone. If you met me as a person, everything's fine. But if you're going to entrust to what a computer says in your 3-digit FICO or someone's background or whatever, and you're going to disregard what you liked about them in the first place to even take the time to research them, you might be missing out on something great. And maybe you're not. And I'm not saying it's bad or wrong not to look into things. I do too. Like I said, I'm trying to rent out one of my rooms in my house. I don't want some asshole or some bitch moving into my home. That's going to wreak havoc in my world and mess with my mind and my cat or my stuff. No. I look into people too when there's reason to. But unless you demonstrate something right from Jump Street that I need to investigate, I'm not going to. Especially in the meet and greet phase of life, right? I mean, if you're doing something that's really weirding me out in the beginning, then there's no reason for me to go any further and investigate you, because my gut is telling me this person's sketch, this doesn't check out. Well, then don't worry about it, sugar. It isn't going to go any further. Or don't worry about it, dude. You're not interested in all that. But if you like someone, your intuition, your gut says, hey, go for it. We're just missing out. And we're entrusting the wrong sources. We have no privacy. We don't have any anonymity. Face it, people. Everything we do, because of all this, right, is all being recorded. And it can make you or break you. And if I'm lying, I'm dying. All right? So my advice is, don't wait to the New Year's to make it your resolution that I'm going to listen to Professor Pat. I'm going to be a little more opt to the serendipitable and be a little more organic and go with the flow and my gut instincts and fate and karma and all that. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. I'm not going to trust so much that everything has to be this, Live a little, huh? I never remember all my points when I make these videos, but that's at 12 minutes. I think I've said enough for right now. But the next time you meet someone and you get a good feeling about it, try this once. Exchange information. Don't let that person walk away. I mean, hey, I'm sure it was a woman that came up with this, It was fate. It was meant to be. I mean, everything happens for a reason. Don't try so hard. Let it find you. I just helped you with something on the top shelf that you couldn't reach. I helped you. We talked and I made you laugh. That helped you. And it helped me. Now why kill it right there? Take it a step further. Have coffee or a dinner. I'm not inviting you to a Roman orgy. Or, hey, I hear there's a really good human sacrifice out on the edge of the desert about 40 miles east of the airport. You want to accompany me? Hey, let's go to this Roman orgy, man. Clothing is optional. You into vibrators and dildos? Gang fucking? I mean, come on. Coffee or dinner? You know the drill.